Right now, chaos in Afghanistan as refugees make their way to the U.S. And a violent weekend in Beloit, what the police chief says needs to happen right now. Plus, preserving a piece of Janesville's history, how a new space is letting everyone share their story. That's all coming up at 10.
Any American who wants to get home will get home. Our first priority in Kabul is getting American citizens out of the country as quickly and as safely as possible.
President Biden says the U.S. is making changes to Kabul to help Americans and Afghan allies get out of the country. Here's new video tonight you're seeing from the airport in Afghanistan where crowds are still gathering, hoping to just catch a flight. Now, Biden says that the U.S. has evacuated more than 28,000 people in the last weekend. Now, some of those refugees here are finally in Wisconsin. You're seeing new video tonight in Fort McCoy where they're sharing new pictures as the first Afghan refugees are arriving in the Badger State. The Army base says that refugees will continue coming tonight and into the start of next week. Now, the Ho-Chunk Nation is calling on its nearly 8,000 members to make sure refugees are ready for Wisconsin's harsh winters. Nation members say that they are no strangers to displacement from the traditional Ho-Chunk territories like Fort McCoy. And that's when it comes to experiences like the Afghan refugees, they want to know that they know what they feel like.
As long as there are Afghan refugees, as long as there are people in our communities that are in need, we intend to make sure that they're kept warm.
Also feel connected to the military and that the idea of getting involved actually started with the Ho-Chunk Nation's U.S. military veterans. The nation is also partnering with the Kindle Project, seeking donations for the group's Afghanistan Fund, which provides support for at-risk artists and women. Now, refugees aren't only heading to Wisconsin. They've also started arriving at Fort Bliss in Texas and Fort Lee in Virginia. Officials say the U.S. could take in as many as 150,000 refugees. Fort McCoy's task force commander says the base is looking forward to a chance to treat its guests with Wisconsin hospitality as they begin a special immigration visa process.
You know, they just went and got one of my best friends. It's recovered him when he drowned in this, and it's sitting here thinking about that. Yeah, it's tough, but we're gonna move forward.
A friend of that sheriff is among at least 21 people dead after catastrophic flooding in Middle Tennessee. That includes 2 toddlers who were swept away from their father. Authorities say 20 other people are missing. American Red Cross is opening shelters and getting supplies for people affected by the floods. And in the Northeast, tropical storm Henri dumping record levels of rain in some areas. Henri was downgraded from a Category 1 hurricane this morning. This is video of flooding roads in New Jersey. Henri is still posing a threat to millions of Americans tonight. Thousands of people in Rhode Island and Massachusetts are still without power. Well, after some showers yesterday morning, a pretty dry weekend in our area. Here's a look at the Capitol from our Edgewater Skycam. We do have several chances for storms at the start of the week. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate with forecast with Austin Kopninski.
And, you know, that's why the actual last round of the golf tournament didn't air today. We actually had to run a rerun earlier from a few years back, and that's just because of all of the rain falling in New Jersey. But it does look like by the time we see tomorrow, there's a good chance that they'll play it, and if they can't finish it out, it does look like Tuesday is going to be the day that they end up finishing that tournament. But 65 degrees outside right now. Here in Madison, at least, it was a beautiful day, and it's going to continue to stay beautiful until the night is over, because then we're going to see some rain chances returning to the forecast for tomorrow. It does look like our current temperatures are pretty consistent for the most part, but we're a little bit warmer in some spots. Janesville and Monroe, upper 60s and low 70s, and a little cooler in others. Camp Douglas and Black River Falls both have fallen into those upper 50s. Now, the dew points, they were lower here for today. It felt great outside, but they're going to increase again for tomorrow. We could say hello to the 60s again, as they will be back starting for tomorrow. But our Doppler track also showing a few showers up to our northwest. Not really going to affect us here for the most part, but 1 or 2 of those showers could sneak their way through 1 or 2 of our local communities. So we have a slight chance to see a passing shower. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good to go here later on tonight. Most of us are going to see partly cloudy skies and a low of 62. But I have all the details on what we're expecting with these rain chances for the next week, so make sure you stay tuned. I'll have details on all that in just a moment.
Thanks so much, Austin. Next tonight, 2 people are hurt and 3 are in custody after another shooting this weekend in the city of Beloit. Police responded to Dewey Avenue at about 7:30 last night. The 2 people that are shot are expected to be okay, and the investigation is ongoing. That's the 3rd shooting in the city this weekend. On Friday night, a man was shot and killed on the city's north side of Fayette Avenue. Police haven't said what led up to that shooting, but say the victim was taken to a nearby hospital where he died. He has not also been identified just yet. While police were investigating that deadly shooting, shots were fired about a mile and a half away, right by Riverside Park. Police say a woman was shot there and is expected to be okay. Officers believe both of Friday night's shootings are related, but nobody is in custody. Well, Beloit Police Chief Andre Sales says this weekend's gun violence is horrific and inexcusable. He says the senseless violence needs to end. Sales is scheduled to speak at a news conference at Beloit City Hall tomorrow morning, and we're going to have that coverage on our news conference with our live. We're going to have it live on our Channel 3000 News app. It's free and easy to download on the App Store. Well, topping our vaccine headlines, the FDA is expected to give full approval of Pfizer's COVID shot as soon as tomorrow. Pfizer has set an unofficial deadline for approval of Labor Day, which is just 2 weeks away. The approval could boost the country's vaccination campaign by convincing more unvaccinated Americans that the shot is safe and effective. And if you're seeing this show this fall at the Bartel Theater, you're going to need more than just a ticket. The downtown Madison Theater says it's now requiring each of its audience members to show proof of vaccination at the door. Everyone in attendance will also have to wear a mask throughout the show. The theater says it's trying to make an aggressive push to keep everyone safe as the Delta variant remains on the rise. The Bartel Theater Group joins a growing list of venues requiring proof of vaccination. We're going to have a full list of those theaters and why some performers are frustrated with Dane County's new mask mandate. That's right now up on our website on channel3000.com. Well, new at 10, the efforts to preserve some of Rock County's most important historical artifacts are picking up, and now they're going to be able to have a chance for everyone to share these stories. Adam Duxter explains why these former famous ties are tied to their former employers.
What was once the heartbeat of the city is now a blank slate awaiting redevelopment. But today there is a new effort to make sure General Motors' legacy lives on in Janesville forever.
This was the employee suggestion box that they used.
In the last year,
Trays of things that were just left.
this room
The Samson tractor is a huge draw for us.
has become the home for the stories of generations past.
It's a very unique thing.
Historical Society Executive Director Tim Moss says that's no accident.
It's a combination of, making sure the bad stuff doesn't repeat itself, and then also being inspired by some of the achievements that have been made.
But through all the artifacts, trinkets, and toys,
Last thing everyone did on December 23rd, 2008, when they shut down,
there's one place in particular that seems to shape the story.
there's a huge emotional attachment, largely because it was a great place to work and people would go in there and they would spend their entire careers there. So this really becomes part of the fabric of their life.
Since the General Motors plant closed, there's been multiple efforts to capture its history. But for one reason or another, they've all fallen short. But now Moss and a group of others
They said, you know what, you guys should really have this.
are setting out to capture every story.
Some people you talk to, and they're still talking about their father worked there at this time.
Along with every physical item they can get their hands on. From not only GM, but Parker Penn, ABC Supply, and everywhere else that makes Rock County historic in a program called Rock County Legacies. When it's done, he hopes this room can expand into potentially a much larger space, a space that can be enjoyed for generations to come.
People love to talk about their history. They love to share that. And it's such an honor to be able to try and help keep that in the books and searchable and discoverable in the future.
In Janesville, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Moss says that the Historical Society will spend years collecting items and stories before deciding on the best way to display them. Anyone with interest in contributing is encouraged to get in contact. We've got that number to call on our website, channel3000.com. The Wisconsin Republican Party has a new leader. The party's executive committee elected Paul Farrow today to serve as its new chairman. He replaces Andrew Hitt, who is stepping down earlier this year. Farrow currently serves as Waukesha County's executive, but before that, he was both in the state assembly and the Senate. making sure everyone has a book to read. Next at 10, as students and teachers head back into the classroom, how a local group is bringing diversity to the bookshelf. After the break.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
Can you get this? I don't have my wallet.
Oh, really? It's funny how that always happens.
Yeah, it's funny.
With BMO Harris, you don't need your wallet. You can get money from any BMO ATM using your phone.
Uh-oh, looks like someone can buy their own tacos.
You could also pay them back with Zelle.
So many ways for you to pay.
Awesome.
Order for BMO.
Ooh, tacos, banking. Some things are made to be mobile.
That feeling you get when your phone is your wallet. That's the BMO effect. And right now, open a new BMO Harris account online in just 5 minutes.
I think the biggest thing that Gruber Law Offices did was put me at ease, knowing that I had somebody on my side.
I felt that they were concerned about me.
They called me to ask me how I feel, how's everything going.
They didn't just care about what was going on with my case, but they actually cared about me as a person, what was going on with me, what was going on with my children.
At the end of the whole process, you felt like part of the family. It was one of the best decisions we made.
One call, that's all.
I'm so glad you're okay, Sergeant Houston. This is Sam with USAA. Do you see the tow truck?
Yes, thank you. That was fast.
Sergeant Houston never expected this to happen, or that her grandpa's dog tags would be left behind. But that one call got her a tow and rental, paid her claim, and we even pulled a few strings, making it easy to make things right. That's what we're made for. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
Republicans in Congress are working for the richest 1%. They got caught red-handed blocking economic relief for working people just to protect tax loopholes for the ultra-wealthy. Billionaires so rich, they shoot money into space while they dodge their taxes. Ron Johnson doesn't want the 1% to pay their fair share because he's one of them. It's time to build a stronger economy. MoveOn.org. Political action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hi, folks. Monday on News 3 Now this morning, how you can keep your groceries fresh in a hot car this summer.
Plus, changes on State Street. A detailed look at what's pushing out local shops, and it's not the pandemic. Join us between 4:30 and 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Stocking up on supplies for the start of the new school year is not only expensive for families, but also for teachers. Christina Laurie explains how one local organization is helping them fill their classrooms with quality books so they can teach the best for their students.
Maybe you saw yourself in Ramona or Hermione from the Harry Potter series. What's most important is that you saw yourself somewhere, felt connected to a character, and compelled to keep reading. One local group is helping make that happen for more students this school year.
When you see yourself in a story, you can relate to that story.
According to the latest census data, 50% of all kids are non-white. Yet only 30% of books published last year were about Black, Indigenous, and people of color.
Seeing yourself in the materials that you're reading or in your classroom, finding topics that you're interested in, it just sparks more of a joy of reading.
That's why this school year, the Madison Reading Project is offering all Dane County teachers from pre-K through 12th grade 25 brand new books for their classroom libraries. Many are new releases tackling current topics featuring diverse characters.
Very consistent topic that came up of teachers spending their own money on books.
The Books for Educators program also helps teachers who, on average, spend $750 out of pocket every school year.
We want to support as many educators as possible.
This is where you come in, whether it's buying a book or two from the Reading Project's wish list or giving to the Books for Educators fund.
It just makes the reading experience more exciting and more fun for kids.
Every donation makes a difference. More than 100 teachers have already signed up. That means we already need $2,500. So if you are in a position where you are able to help, you can find all of the information you need up on our website, channel3000.com. Reporting in Madison for News 3 Now, I'm Christina Laurie.
Next at 10, paddling for a good time and a good cause. Rob's Sugar River Ramble returned for the 7th time today in Mount Horeb. The annual event, which takes place on Waltz Park, helps raise money for the Upper Sugar River Watershed, which provides leadership for improvement to natural resources in the area. Everyone who attended started the event on their bikes and ended it in the river, paddling for 4.5 miles on Sugar River. Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Austin Kopninski.
Oh, man, we have a few things of note. We're going to see a lot of changes compared to what we saw today. Unfortunately, as we know, beautiful weather, it can't last forever. And we are going to see those changes as soon as tomorrow. Temperatures really looking to spike up here, even starting tomorrow with a high of 87 degrees expected. Sticky week ahead as well, as the humidity is going to bounce up, and it stays generally in the 60s and even 70s at times. So get ready for another muggy week ahead of us, and that's going to bring some more chances for some storm action. Now, we're still looking at a moderate drought here locally, so we do still need some of these rain chances, and we have quite a few of them over the next 10 days. But look at how low these percentages are. There's still that good possibility to see some showers and thunderstorms, but most of these days will end up staying dry for a majority of the day, and we're still going to see that chance or a slight chance to see a passing shower, thunderstorm action here and there. So still some sunshine for this week, but we do have to keep that umbrella on hand just in case. Doppler track still showing those showers here up to our northwest. Not really expecting to affect us for the most part, but 1 or 2 of these showers again could sneak into a few of our communities. So we do have a slight risk to see a shower or a storm, but that's just about it. Most of us are going to stay dry. No severe risk for tomorrow. We're looking to just see that chance for some showers and thunderstorms, but by the time we do reach Tuesday, we are looking at a marginal risk for severe weather, and this is likely going to change a little bit here over these next few days. So of course, we'll keep you posted with Tuesday's expected severe weather threat. Right now, it's low, but it's a possibility. Now, our future track is going to show for tomorrow, even in the morning, some showers and thunderstorms building up out to our west, and then as they make their way across the state, really falling apart, only bringing most of us just a few showers and weaker thunderstorms. So that's one of the reasons why we don't really have that severe risk here locally tomorrow. But then towards the middle of the day, we're going to see quite a bit of some sunshine breaking through. So we do keep that in mind. This is what we're looking at for much of this next week. Some showers in one part of the day, some sunshine in another part of the day, but that's just going to help to crank up those temperatures quite a bit. Afternoon temps reaching about 87 degrees tomorrow. It stays very warm all the way through Wednesday before we slightly cool things down. And then Saturday, a little bit of a spike again in those temperatures before we see some sunshine finally returning towards the end of this forecast. But in the meantime, this week, we need to be prepared just in case we see those showers or thunderstorms moving through your neck of the woods.
So you're telling me to pack an umbrella, huh?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a good call. Just keep it in your car or on your person, whatever's easiest for you here over these next good 5-7 days or so.
Will do. Thank you so much, Austin. With all the chances for storms, you're going to want to stay up to date with our First Warn Forecast weather app. As hourly forecasts road conditions in the latest radar, you can find it on the App Store. There's currently a nationwide shortage in middle and high school band members. Anna Hansen shows us how one director in our area is finding creative ways to keep their students marching.
Drumming up excitement for an optimistic return.
Well, this is exciting on a lot of different levels.
That's what Columbus's Marching Cardinals are doing tonight. The high school band hasn't been able to perform for an audience in nearly 2 years, and tonight's performance will change that.
The last time the Marching Cardinals performed was in 2018 at the state championships. We lost an entire year of marching.
Director Tim Meinholz says that throughout the pandemic, he faced challenges in adapting to the hybrid teaching format Columbus offered last fall, which became even more difficult when they went fully virtual in November.
I found that without the leadership of the upperclassmen, the underclassmen didn't develop as quickly. It's really difficult to do this virtually.
Without in-person classes, he also faced problems in attracting new band members, something he combated by recruiting kids as young as 7th grade to join.
Across the board, you're seeing a lot of the programs' numbers are down. We have over 10 8th graders performing with the group this year.
But one difficulty Meinholz never had to face was unmotivated students.
They couldn't wait to get back together. When they got together, they appreciated it a lot more than they did prior.
Tonight, students say they're anxious, but excited to perform again.
It's a little nerve-wracking, not having performed for a while, but it'll be good.
And overall, the Columbus High School Band is looking forward to a new school year.
The students and the parents have been fantastic this year, so I'm really looking forward to a great season for our kids.
Anna Hansen, Fox 47 News at 9.
The school is taking safety precautions like masking up and putting bags over wind instruments to ensure the health of their students. And just like that, the NFL preseason is almost over. Looking ahead to the regular season opener, the Packers might be without one of their star linebackers. We're going to have more in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Crazy Lenny's e-bikes.
We sell more e-bikes in one store than anyone in all North America.
This torque sensor e-bike with hydraulic brakes, just $844.
$1,900 e-bike for $844? That's a sale.
Crazy Lenny's, the most e-bikes in North America.
Been waiting to book a trip to Wisconsin Dells? It's time. It's time for family. It's time for fun. Hit the road. You'll be here in no time. Plan your getaway at wisdells.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
The open road is waiting. Well-qualified lessees can sign and drive this 2021 Equinox LT for around $350 a month, or make no monthly payments for 90 days on most 2021 Equinox models when you purchase.
There's nothing like a good Packers game tailgate. Brat chair? Booyah! We got one. Go, Pack, go! Woo! Hey, nice Packers tickets. Remember the bonus drawing.
Wisconsin Lottery Packers scratch games with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 2 Packers season tickets for 2 years.
A chance at 2 Packers season tickets for 2 years.
Dude, I've been trying to tell you.
I'm getting kind of weak. I think I need another brat.
Pick up this month's Madison magazine to celebrate our 40th annual Best of Madison winners. Get to know forward Madison FC's colorful head coach. And visit Jefferson County food stands for a taste of summer. Madison Magazine on newsstands now. Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning top industry honors for outstanding journalism and design, including the coveted prize for general excellence in the 36th Annual National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Get all the latest back-to-school info from News 3 Now.
Crazy Lenny's e-bikes.
We sell more e-bikes in one store than anyone in all North America.
This $2,200 e-bike, 500 watts, just $1,700.
That's what we call a sale.
Crazy Lenny's sells more e-bikes than anyone in North America.
It's very possible the Brewers make franchise history this season. The Crew is projected to win 98 regular season games. Now, that would surpass the previous record of 96 done in 2011 and 2018. Well, a special guest throwing out the first pitch today, Bobby Portis. And actually on the bump, Adrian Hauser, his first start since going on the COVID IL, only allows 1 run in 3 1/3 innings. Now, at the plate, Colton Wong takes advantage of runners on, triples to right, and that scores 2. Brewers take the lead. Well, then Lo Cain wraps it up nicely in the 7th. A 2-run shot to center. That's his 5th homer of the season. The Brewers take the rubber match and the series. Final around in the Boeing Classic. Entering the day, Jerry Kelly only 2 shots off the lead. Pretty up and down outing for the Madison native. 3 birdies, 2 bogeys, and 1 double bogey. He finishes tied for 11th and 7 under. Here's a look at that leaderboard from the final round. Rod Pampling wins it all, finishes 12 under overall. Now 2 down, 1 to go. Green Bay is coming up on its final preseason game. That also means 2 more roster cuts are coming up as teams try to narrow it down to 53 players. And that's why the preseason is a crucial time for players. It's when they need to show up and show out for one of those roster spots. And the Packers have been keeping many of their starters out so they can get a good look at the younger guys. On Saturday, 32 players didn't dress out. The week before, 30. And that will probably be the case for this Saturday.
Certainly, there's some challenges with having only 80 players. You got to make sure you got enough for the game, and there's going to be some guys that will be suited up, but might only play if we're forced into that situation. I just think this for where we're at as a football team, it's important for our young guys to get the exposure that they need to, so we can make the best decision for our team moving forward.
Now, after Saturday's game, the next one will be real down in the Big Easy, but there's a chance that the Packers will be without Zadarius Smith for the season opener. LaFleur talking about the Pro Bowl linebacker earlier today, saying that he isn't sure when Z will be back. Smith has been battling a back injury that kept him out of a chunk of training camp practices, as well as 2 joint practices with the Jets. He also didn't play in yesterday's game. Now, on the lighter side and better news, LaFleur did mention today that, Jordan Love, he's going to try to see how he's doing tomorrow during practice, and that he's been throwing every day.
As much as I love Ben Kirk, I love seeing him play, we all really want to tune in to see Jordan Love, right?
I think a lot of fans are hoping for that too. They just want to see him rested, they want to see him healed, they want to see him, get one more shot in the preseason. So,
well, thanks so much, Jordan. We're going to be looking forward to that, and we'll see you right after the break.
At JP Morgan, the only definition of wealth that matters is yours. It can be a smaller house, but a bigger nest egg, a goal to work toward, or the freedom to walk away. With 200 years of experience, personalized advice, and commission-free trades on an award-winning app, we're working for you. Planning, investing, advice. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Since 1976, Feldco stood the test of time. It's Feldco's 45th anniversary! Time to get down! To celebrate Feldco's 45th anniversary, get 45% off windows today. That's cause for a celebration.
45% off windows won't last long. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
If you're nearing retirement, or if you're already retired, you won't want to miss Retirement Income Strategies with the Madison money guy, Christian Finfrock. Watch Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday evenings at 5.
I'm so glad you're okay, Sergeant Houston. This is Sam with USAA. Do you see the tow truck?
Yes, thank you. That was fast.
Sergeant Houston never expected this to happen, or that her grandpa's dog tags would be left behind. But that one call got her a tow and rental, paid her claim, and we even pulled a few strings, making it easy to make things right. That's what we're made for. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
A celebration of corn commenced today in Sun Prairie. The Sweet Corn Festival, which started back in 1953 and raises money for several groups in the community. We heard from some of those at the festival today who say there's nothing just quite like Wisconsin corn.
You know, this whole entire community really needed something. They're really happy to be back here. They're ready to just enjoy the day and relax and take it all in.
Another good one.
We have our uncooked corn here where you can come and you can pick your own corn. It's $10 a bag, as much as you can stuff in. Or you can do what is more traditional and what people really think of when they come to the Corn Fest. And they can head down to our corn tent down below and fill up a tote with 10 to 12 ears of corn. It's so cool to go in. You get your tote, you walk in, we have workers that are grabbing the hot corn and putting it on the tote, and then people take it over, they shuck it themselves. And they butter it up for you. They get all massed up and they're ready to go. And then you can go out to our salt shakers and shake down the salt. So I mean, it's just a really fun thing. People know what to do. They're excited by it.
Our son's 28, and I think we've been going since.
It is an experience. It's more than just the corn.
Well, I want to thank photojournalist Brian Troxel for that wonderful report, as he's now making me really hungry. Over the years, anywhere from 80,000 to 100,000 ears of corn are sold during the festival. Wow. And now I want to really bring in our corn expert, Austin, to talk back and forth about this. Have you ever grilled corn before? Because I feel like that's the best way to do it.
You know, I have grilled corn before. My parents like to do it like that, and it's unbelievably good. You wouldn't think that it really would be good on a grill. It sounds kind of odd, but it's actually so good.
Well, we do have a lot of rain coming in the forecast, so I want to see that's obviously good for corn. So why don't we lay it out for the folks, huh?
Yeah, that's right. We do have more rain chances here, which is good news overall for our corn farmers, as we are still in that moderate drought phase. And even later tonight, we could see a passing shower or weaker thunderstorm. Low temperature of around 62 degrees. And to break it down, we're going to hover right around that 62-degree mark for a good majority of the nighttime hours. Tomorrow, we crank up the temperatures. We're going to reach the upper 70s even at times here tomorrow. Also a chance of showers and storms for much of this next week.
Well, that's all we have for tonight's show. Thanks so much for tuning in, Madison.